Golf shots around the green can be so many golfers' nemesis when it comes to mid-handicap, high handicap, or even some low handicap golfers. Today we're going to show you how to simplify it, get up and down a lot more often, and of course, lower those scores. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. If you want to do just that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below, and of course, throw a like on this video. Today, I'm going to show you, these are the simple shots that so many people generically get wrong, and it's so frustrating. If you don't get up and down from here, of which, to be honest, Chris, what would tour up and down be from here? Percentage, 3, 2, 1. 50%. Generally, if we don't get up and down from here, we would be very, very upset. But the first thing is think about the standards. Think about, right, how often should I get up and down? Because as long as you generally get up near the hole and don't three-putt from here, you're probably going to be there or thereabouts. But we're going to give you a little bit of a secret to get closer to the hole and hopefully hold more putts. So what I want you to do is grab a wedge. Any wedge at all. I've got Tacoma Skyforger 60-degree wedge here because it's my favourite wedge in the bag. I love a 60-degree. I feel like I can be quite versatile with it. If I were to play a shot now and think, right, I want to play a standard shot with a 60-degree. So I'm going to play this fairly high. It's not going to be a flop shot, but you can see there that's a nice mid-flight. It's landed just short and it's released down to the hole there. So I'm quite happy with that. But now, I want to get really good with this wedge. I want to get good at golf with my lob wedge. So how can I now put this to practice and think, right, if I want to play a different shot with this wedge, so I want to play this a little bit lower, but I still want to use my 60-degree wedge because I want to be really comfortable with it. A couple of things I'll do. First of all, I'll narrow my stance a little bit. I'll move my weight to my left side, and I'll of course lean that handle forward. Leaning the handle forward gets that shaft working forward, and dynamically that reduces the loft on that club. From here, I'm going to make the same movement, the key being my weight stays left. I don't want to move back, I don't want to move my feet or my lower body at all. All I do is move the ball position, rock my shoulders, and you can see that ball comes out a little bit lower, it lands closer to me and releases out. So I'm okay with both those shots. I've got a chance at par for both of them. Now you may well be thinking, James, but why have I spent all this money on 3 or 4 different wedges? I'm sure the best players in the world will go to different wedges for different shots. Well, actually, that's not necessarily the case. Some of the best golfers in the world, Shane Lowry comes to mind straight away, picks one wedge and then learns how to play lots of different shots with it. This means that you're spending a lot of time with that wedge, you're practicing a lot with that wedge, and you can actually start to use it versatilely for what you're trying to do. I think that's a word, you can definitely start to use it in lots of different ways, and it becomes a lot easier because you grow your confidence with a certain club. Once you've done that, maybe pick another one, but then I still think you're probably overcomplicating it a little bit too much. So get some different wedges for different distances, but when it comes to being around the greens, I think it's imperative that you learn how to use one wedge before you learn how to use them all. Walking before you can run, some would say. Now, how do I play an exceptionally high shot with my 60-degree wedge? Generally, you wouldn't need to here, but I think it's important that with your favourite club, you have an emotional bond with it so that you know that you can play lots of different shots. So of course, I'm going to change the setup again. I'm going to move the ball forward. I might have the shaft nice and neutral instead of forward shaft lean. And from here, guess what the key is? Keeping that weight left once again. So I don't even need to open the club face. I could open it a little bit. I could engage the bounce a little bit more. There's 10 degrees of bounce on this wedge, so that's going to help me glide underneath the turf a little bit. And again, I try not to change too much other than keeping that weight left and keeping the speed through the shot. That should allow the club face to rotate naturally, and that should allow us to get the strike that we want to that flag. So say there's something in our way here, the ball's moved forward, my weight stays left, and you can see there I can pop that ball nicely up in the air, and generally once I can do those shots, I can play a mid-flighted shot, play a low shot, play a high shot. I should then be able to be very, very comfortable around the greens just with one club rather than overcomplicating it with an array of different shots. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Wrong channel, but if you want to get good at golf, throw a like on it.